stuck? Okay, I'm just gonna throw it, and whoever gets it. There's some open stuff. Okay, Nadine has to start. So this group, what I want you to do is just share number 1 to start with. And then we'll review number 1 at each table. We'll get a consensus or to some degree. And remember, everyone does not have to be exactly the same because we're all different. The way we use our styles, the way our writing styles, all that kind of fun stuff. Okay, Nadine, you're up. Or whoever's reading. Start with your subject line. Read your subject line, and then just read how you corrected the note, if it needed to be corrected.
It did.
Okay.
This is what we decided.
Okay.
Jen, whatever her last name is, requested gas assistance to travel to an interview. Based on the assessment, customer's unwillingness to answer questions, I would use comma. Supportive services request was denied.
Okay. Comments? Straight to the point.
It sounds a little judgmental to me.
How so? Listen up. Listen up. Everybody has their opinions and their perceptions. And the perception, whose perception is right? Whoever's it is. Because my perception of whatever is happening is my perception of it. So that's what's real to me. Okay. So when we're keeping our comments, when we're taking our comments, just accept them like that. And unwillingness might be construed as being a little judgmental to Brandy, but maybe not to you. So I think unwillingness is fine because it just simply expresses what she has stated. She is unwilling to share with you. It's not an opinion. It is a statement of fact. And a statement of fact is fine. Okay? Thank you for your comment.
I will not.
When y'all shared with yours, we said anything about the fact that she had an interview?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, for an interview. Okay.
In my opinion, it doesn't matter if her interview is 2 hours from now or 2 days from now. I cannot provide you with transportation if you are not job ready. At this moment, you're not job ready because you've been consuming alcohol.
True.
But she didn't tell you about the interview. According to our guidelines, she got to be able to give you some information about the interview.
You can take this from either perspective, because she doesn't want to give you information about the interview, or because she's been drinking. Either way, you're not going to give her assistance, but it's for 2 different reasons.
But you also,
valid reasons.
you want to probably mention that she was unwilling to provide information to talk about the drinking, and she was also requesting a gas card for an interview, which she was unwilling, or, sorry, she was not, wouldn't share the information. So you do want to, I think it's relevant information, I personally think it's relevant information that she refuses to share information about an interview. Because it implies, in the notes you'll notice here, in this example, interview is in quotation marks. Which is incorrect, and just, yes, it's incorrect, and it specifically says, don't put things in quotation marks to explain a judgment to you. But what it implies is we question whether she has the interview. Why do we do that? Because she won't provide us any information. So we want to say, I'm not willing to give her a gas card because she requested a gas card because she's got an interview, but because she's not willing to give me information about the interview or about the fact that she smells like alcohol, I'm not going to give her a gas card. Okay. All right.
We're supposed to put that in the note?
Yeah.
Or not?
What?
We don't put that on the note, that we're not willing to give her a gas card?
I deny
Denying to have a gas card because...
I just say report her to deny.
Yeah, you did that.
I need to read mine.
Okay. What's the question?
I'm not sure if this is, but I also referred her to...
Jen said she stated yes. I asked Jen about her previous employment and why she is no longer working there. She stated she lost her job for personal reasons and did not want to discuss this any further. Excuse me. Jen will be interviewing at ABC Company located in Houston, Texas. Her point of contact with her interviewer is James Bond. Upon assessment, Upon assessment of Jen case that she will be provided with a $20 gas card using Exxon mobile card.
Okay.
And my understanding was that we're not supposed to, I mean, and once she says, hey, I don't want to discuss this any further, you know, your conversation should stop there about her alcohol.
Okay.
So she has.
Oh, okay.
What about a suggestion of bus stopping?
What about what?
Bus stopping.
Sure.
Okay, what else, what other comments do you have about the note that he wrote?
That he asked her if she was okay.
Yeah.
That, of course, somebody who potentially has a drinking problem thinks that they're okay.
Yeah,
But-
but you know what, you've already taken the problem out of you. You see?
You've taken what?
You're taking the problem away from you. You know, you've already asked her if she's okay. You've already asked her, you know, if there's anything, in other words, you're asking her, can we help you?
But you're not addressing the fact that you smell alcohol. By saying, are you
But
okay?
is she okay?
That's a vague question.
Yeah, that doesn't address the fact that you smell alcohol. You know, somebody could be in the process of having a tendon rupture and say they're okay.
Yeah.
And you have put the responsibility on them by asking it. I understand that.
Sorry.
But you smell alcohol, you want to address it.
Didn't I went ahead, well, I noticed alcohol on the breath,
Yeah.
I didn't address it, you're right.
Yes, you would want to address it with the customer, and you want to state that you address it with the customer. Okay, other comments?
That's what I was gonna say, he touched on it, but I still have questions for me.
Yes.
Like, what, you just said, okay, what, you know,
Yeah.
how did you address it? What, you know, what was her response? Okay, to me is not, you have to dig deeper, there's still questions, but you may have asked, but didn't put it in there.
Yeah. You can even say, I smelled alcohol in her breath, and I asked Jen if she was okay. After further discussion, she refused to answer any questions or talk about it, or something like that, or after further questions or something. You don't have to say every question you asked, so just imply that you had a conversation. Yeah, I would go further if she says, if I smell alcohol and she says she's okay, I wouldn't see that as addressing it.
No.
Other comments? I saw hands up.
Question, what if you smell weed a lot?
A lot.
It's not legal in Texas. For medical purposes, I just wanted to Colorado. Okay. Then you can address it, I'm not sure what you say. You can say, I'm detecting the smell that smells like an illegal substance. I don't know what you would say. What do you say?
In my opinion, customer runs already.
Well, no, but if you're talking to the customer about it, how do you talk to the customer about it? Oh, I know. Just say, ask them if they can pass a drug test.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My customer yesterday came in.
Yes.
An older lady who's had back injuries before.
Okay.
And she's allergic to all the pain medications she takes, so she does
Okay.
frequent in marijuana. Okay? She says, I need to find a referral that does not have a hair follicle test.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a, yeah.
In our area with the refineries
Yeah.
and all the construction industry, it's flat.
You're not
You
gonna.
know, some may be case by case or, you know, over 7
They won't be
years.
sure she has a prescribed.
For marijuana?
There's no prescription.
You can't have a prescription
Well,
marijuana.
I know that there are, in Garden, she has a medical.
In Texas?
Yeah.
Prescription.
I
I'm
got a good
prescription from a physician, but she does not. Is she?
Oh, pills, not smoking it.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, so,
Simply
So,
place her in this industry.
okay. That would be a case sensitive. If we're addressing the issue and we're putting it in only to address the fact that we have taken care of it and addressed the complaint. Okay? It's well written, taken care of. We have nothing about what we did for the customer, which I would probably add. But we are talking to the customer. He was quick to point it out. I heard him when he was writing it. And they write notes just a little bit differently. Okay. But it really is good, short, sweet, to the point. Address the issue and move on. Okay? Anybody else? This table? They all share? Y'all share. The second one?
That's the one.
Oh, that's right. Okay, what about you guys? Did y'all share the second one? What's all that him and how one?
I don't need to start.
No. You don't even know where it is. You want to throw it to her. You don't have to have it to speak. It's not the talk.
I took the liberty of kind of creatively developing the story behind it because it doesn't give
Okay.
a clear picture.
Okay.
And my story, most of the information in the show is not relevant.
Okay.
So what we did with him. Well, I'm
Okay, let me hear. Let us hear.
Harry came into the office requesting a referral to the welder position with Monday Services. We reviewed the qualification requirements and determined he did not meet the minimum requirements. I suggested multiple welding positions where he met the minimum qualifications. He requested contact information for 2 postings. I provided the contact information for both referrals.
Okay. She made it up a little bit, but covered what you did.
But it addresses why he may not have been served at the other office, because he wasn't qualified.
Did you say that he said something, I missed, my head gets back to you. Did you say something about his
I did
complaint?
not, because when I read this example in our issuance, it said not to badmouth the other offices, so I just
It's not, but,
took care of that.
okay, so stating what a customer says is not bad mouthing. You can just say, customer came in and said he had a problem with another office, and here's what I did to fix it, or here's what I did.
Here's the service.
Yeah, here's the service that I did, I liked your note. I would have addressed the fact that he said something about a complaint. And the only reason is because if he goes higher, I want to see that that was addressed. Somebody heard it, it was brought to the attention of somebody, and that person made an attempt to address the problem. Okay, even though I'm not saying, oh yeah, that North Line office, they're always bad. Okay. Any questions or comments about anything? Really, I think that it's easier than it seems. If you just kind of shake it out and be loose in your notes, write it comfortably so it sounds good and flows well, you'll be okay. To me, a lot of times case notes seem too uptight. They feel like I'm trying to cram stuff in there that may or may not be relevant to what happened because I'm worried about stuff. Try to make sure that you're just telling the story to the customer.
Less is more?
For the most part, yeah. Now, sometimes, like when it comes to a job that they're reporting, you have to have more, but, yeah, less is more. Okay, last 2 things, but not least, of course, post-assessment. Put your name on it, please. Okay. Everybody hear me say that? Put your name on it, please. It is very difficult to give you credit if I don't know that your name is on it. This is going to indicate that you finished. As you're doing, listen up, as you're doing this, before you get started, get your noses in it and listen up. I'm going to walk around, I'm going to pass around evaluation sheets on the edge of your table. When you finish the assessment, please fill out the evaluation sheets for me. Listen up, I appreciate comments. You can do it in pen or pencil, it doesn't matter. When you're done, if you will leave the assessment and the evaluation and your name tag on one of the 2 back tables, I will pick them up, I'll recycle name tags, and if you want the answers, I'll put the answers on the back table too, and you can check it. Okay, any questions? Y'all have a great afternoon. Don't forget to take lunch before you go back to your office. I usually give an hour and 15 minutes.